Hello students, welcome to the English class. Today we are going to discuss the novel A Tiger for Malgudi, and it is written by the famous novelist R.K. Narayan. Students, A Tiger for Malgudi is a 1984 novel by Indian author R.K. Narayan, written from the perspective of a tiger named Raja. Means the narrator of this novel is Raja, the tiger, who recounts his life up to and including his uneventual elderly life in an exhibit in the Malgudi Zoo. Raja speaks nostalgically about his memories of the wild before being captured by humans, while acknowledging the meditative life his carceral existence now affords. Through its personification of Raja, the novel validates the experiences and emotions of animals who are too often neglected by their captors, promoting cultures of non-violence between humans and animals. So, in the words of Raja, means in the word of a tiger, the tiger is wants to say that how do animals feel for the human beings, because those human beings pretend to show the non-violence towards the human beings and animals. They are just for the show off. The novel begins as Raja remembers his early life when he was in the jungle. He was born in the Indian jungle. Growing quickly, he seized his rightful place at the top of the food chain. He recalls the other creatures of the jungle feared him. Means he just remembered the life of his own at the forest when all the creatures used to feel fear of him. Raja lived most of his young life in the broad swath of jungle called the Mapi Range. He was not an indiscriminate killer or despotic ruler, but was surely a dominant and occasionally ruthless one. So Raja, the tiger, says that he was quite dominant ruler of the jungle in his past days. He punishes those animals who deny him respect and feast on other animals liberally. At the same time, he has compassion for certain creatures. One day, Raja's sense of supremacy is undermined when a female tiger challenges his arrogance. They fight and are an equal match, nearly killing each other. A wise jackal inspires them to speak to each other rather than fight. Obeying his words, they surprisingly become friends, then become mates and bear children. So, when Raja was in jungle, when he used to live in a jungle, then at that time he punishes those animals who don't follow his commands and even feast on liberally. So one day a tigress came and challenged him, and out of anger they both fought. But a wise jackal advised both of them that in place of fighting with each other, you just talk to each other. And they both followed his guidance. And then what happened? Both of them become good friends, then ultimately mates, and both of them had children too. One day, Raja's 3 cubs are tragically killed by a group of hunters. He seeks revenge by stalking human villages and eating their livestock, but is captured by a man called Captain who runs a traveling circus. Captain and his wife Rita train Raja to perform stunts. In the stunt that comes to be Raja's most famous, he drinks milk alongside a goat. The stunt goes awry one day when Raja embraces his predatory impulse and kills the goat. Enraged captain takes him out of the show. One day, a group of hunters, killed the 3 cubs of Raja. So to take revenge from the human beings, he used to go in the human villages and used to kill and eat the livestock. And one day he was being captured and taken to the circus. So there he was being trained, and his most famous skill was to drink milk along with the goat. But one day his killing ability just arises and he killed the goat, and therefore the captain just removed him from the circus. Madan, a film director, comes to captain asking to feature Raja in a film. They strike a deal, but captain delays for so long that he irritates Madan. Finally, they started filming. In one scene, Raja is to stage a fake fight with the strong man Jaggu. Jaggu, afraid of Raja, almost backs out of filming. In one attempt to film, Raja upsets captain, who electrocutes him with a cattle prod. The rod doesn't subdue Raja as intended. The tiger retaliates by killing captain. The film set erupts into chaos and Raja flees. So, when Raja was being taken out from the circus, then Madan, a film director, comes to captain and asks that he wants to shoot with a scene with Raja. So in that scene, Raja has to fight with a strong man Jaggu. As Jaggu was quite afraid, so he could not perform well. So therefore, captain just got irritated over Raja, and Raja just killed the captain out of anger, and the whole film set gets erupted with a chaos, and everyone runs away, and Raja was able to run away from that film scene. Now Raja makes it to the city of Malgudi. He roams out throughout the city, terrifying its denizens. Yet Raja has given up using violence to influence humans and hopes only to be free again. Nevertheless, deeply curious about humans, he visits many cafes and businesses. He even visits a school after following a group of children. He falls asleep in the headmaster's office. When he wakes, the principal and other staff are covering and call for help. So, when Raja moves towards the city, so he reaches to the city of Malgudi, and he just moves here and there in the city. And whosoever looks Raja, he gets terrified. But Raja has now given up the violence, and he just wants that humans must be influenced by him. So he just keep on moving here and there. And as Raja becomes very curious about human beings, so he visits many cafes and many business places. Then he even visits to a school where he just slept in the headmistress' office. And when he just wake up from his sleep, he found that all the people in the school were shouting, crying for the help, as they got terrified out of Raja's presence. So Alphonse appears with a gun but doesn't dare to enter the office. A spiritual leader known only as a master also appears, attempting the placate the people assemble outside the office door. Alphonse drinks too much rum before attempting his rescue mission for the headmaster. He passes out and the master enters the office. Instead, Raja is surprised that he is able to understand the master's speech, unlike other humans. The master orders Raja to leave calmly with him, and he complies, amazing the onlookers. So, when Alphonse appears with a gun to kill Raja, but he just he was not able to gather the courage to enter in the office where Raja was there. But ultimately, what happens? Alphonse drank too much rum and he just tried to resolve the rescue mission. Then what happens? Then a master enters the office and Raja was quite surprised that he was able to understand the language, the speech of that master. And when the master ordered Raja to leave calmly the office, the campus of the school, then he just very amazingly looked towards the onlookers. Raja and the master traveled throughout India spreading a philosophy of non-violence. They travel into the mountains and live for a while in a cave. There they are visited by many people who want to emulate the master. One day a woman appears and demands that the master returns to her and their children whom he abandoned. The master replies that he is now a different person, just as Raja is no longer a violent beast. Disheartened, the woman returns to the city. So Raja along with master left the city and they just travel throughout the country, India. And they just started spreading the philosophy of non-violence among people. Then they travel into the mountains, even they lived in the cave. Then one day a woman along with her children came there and asked the master to go back to his home and means meet and live along with his wife and children whom he had abandoned. Means that lady was the wife of master. But master denied and he said, now I am a different person now. Just like as Raja has left the violence, being a lion, he has changed one. In the same manner, master has now changed. So he cannot go there. So the woman become very depressed and she just returned back to home. As the time passes, the Raja becomes an old tiger. He finds it more difficult to hunt and protect himself. To help his friend along, the master invites a zookeeper from Malgudi to their cave. The zookeeper offers to take care of Raja and proves to be friendly and compassionate. The master gives Raja a final assignment to move into the zoo and make children happy. So when Raja along with master spent many years and now he became an old tiger. Now it becomes very difficult for Raja to hunt and to protect himself. Therefore his master called a zookeeper from Malgudi to their cave where they used to live. Then the zookeeper just promised that he will take care of Raja and he just be very friendly with the tiger named Raja. Then the master of Raja finally assigned him one work that you just go to zoo along with the zookeeper and entertain children there so that children will be happy to see you. The zoo will also render hunting unnecessary, enabling a non-violent life for him. Now two old friends, Raja and the master, part ways. The master tells him that their spirits will meet again when their bodies are no longer necessary. A tiger for Malgudi ends with this philosophical union between man and animal, suggesting that all creatures can and should strive for peace. So, when Raja went to zoo along with the zookeeper, there also he just rendered hunting unnecessarily, and he just led to a non-violent life. Then ultimately, in the end of the novel, these two friends, Raja and the master, part away, and the master also said Raja that they will meet again, their spirits will meet again when both of them will die, when their bodies are no longer necessary, as he has said. So this novel is giving a philosophical lesson that man and animal can live with non-violence and peace. So students, this is all the novel The Tiger for Malgudi. I hope you all enjoyed it very much, and read the novel once more from the novel itself so that you will get the whole novel very easily. Means you will understand each and everything of the novel. Thank you.